Hi Cancer, this is Mary with Seer. Thanks for stopping by. This is your, I thought I had the lighting okay, but anyway. This is your September 23rd through the 30th weekly tarot 2019. I'm distracted. You're distracted. As soon as I started flipping your cards, I could feel it feels so heavy, really heavy. I went ahead and flipped them first because I thought that way I'd have more time to talk to you about your reading and less time shuffling. So, okay. So the first one I pulled was Spark. And there's a situation, speaking, okay, throat chakra. Okay, that'll come up. We'll talk about that. Okay, so the Spark reverse tells me that, you know, something happened and it really hurt you. It's a great burden. And this card talks about how something or someone tried to put out your spark, okay? Like this, like you feel defeated and kind of squished. As if you were excited about something, and then somebody just took you out, okay? So we don't always we don't understand why certain things happen sometimes, and we can't. Although it appears that things happen for a reason, it's not always clear to see, especially when we're the ones in pain and when we've had somebody betray us or go after us like that. And that try to just, I mean, it's like, I'm trying not to, because if it was happening to me, when this has happened to me, I'm like, don't tell me what to do, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to be careful the way I word it to you. So it's like, it might be the best thing to do is just leave it alone for a little while to think about it. You know, it's like that 24-hour rule or a week rule where you go, okay, I'm really mad, let me just sit on it. Make sure it's what I think it is, the way it feels like, okay? Something like that. Okay, so you can always start something new again, change something, do something differently. Just because somebody tried to take you out or hurt you doesn't mean that you have to allow it or you have to give up entirely or there's no hope in any situation, okay? So the best thing to do maybe just to retreat for a minute and take a look at it. Okay, so the other card that I pulled was the Seer. And this is like perfect in this for the second card because this Cancer is seeing beyond the current situation. So it also talks about that there you may have some kind of abilities to see things in your family, like maybe you know when something's going to happen or somebody's going to call, or maybe you knew this was going to happen and you watched it play out. Maybe that's something that you haven't been trusting. We're not really sure if it was true. This is your confirmation that it really is, okay? That this is something that you have the ability, you have the skill, okay? Confirmation. All right, so next card I pulled was the Eight of Wands. So the good tarot, these are these cards. They're all always read upright. So that's why I'm going to read them. Eight of Fire, Eight of Wands. So this is about communication. And then this is about regret. Okay. Looking at the past, would have happened in an emotional way and feeling regret over probably whatever happened in the situation that tried to put out your spark, your passion. It's like passion for life, passion for relationship, passion for whatever it was, okay? And then So, and then I have this card of burdens. Burdens. And also, so there's a lot of fire. See, this is all fire and then putting out your fire. Interesting, right? And there's actually 4 cards of fire. Okay, so we'll start with the burden. This great burden. It's 10 of Wands, but it's the end of the cycle, okay? So this has been really tough. Maybe you had to walk away from something. Maybe you're having to retreat from something because it's too painful. Or maybe it's abusive. At the very least, inconsiderate. So this is kind of saying somebody's not communicating with you, okay? And they're not defending you or defending the relationship or defending their feelings for you, okay? And maybe they're also being very defensive with you when you try to talk to them about what's going on. This messenger of fire, this is equal to the Nine of Wands. I don't know if there's been some kind of behavior that's inappropriate in the relationship. Flirting or something. People talking. We'll get more, but this person isn't owning up to what's been going on, okay? What they've been doing to you. And there's regret. Now this regret feels like it's your regret, like it's your pain. Okay. Lots of fire, lots of passion, and then having just to put it out. So the situation may have caused you to put it out, because it's just too painful. No more regret. I can't keep doing this. I'm regretting everything that's going on, kind of thing, okay? All right, Cancer. Now we're going to the side of the Seer. So there's more, looking beyond the current situation. So 4 of Air is the 4 of Swords. So that's when you take a time out to look at things, right? Seeing beyond, trying to see what is really going on here. And this is a 10 of Air. So this is a 10 of Swords. This is the end of a painful cycle. But this is a lot of thinking about what happened. This is a lot about thinking about why did they do that? What did I do to them? Why do I deserve that? There's this vibe in here that this wasn't about you. I know what happened to you, but the way they were treating you, I think you know that. But because it happened to you, it feels like it is about you. It's something that maybe you triggered in them. And not because you did anything wrong, but because of because of who you are. Because maybe they knew you saw things. And it's almost like they couldn't get away with it. So whatever it was. And it something about being spooked, okay? Something about being spooked. Okay. Let's hold that. Okay. So then I have something about the past. So this is a six of water, which is 6 of cups. Something about the past. You brought something up from the past, or maybe, it's almost like they needed to clear something from the past. And so they're reacting to you almost so they could separate and work on it. But it almost feels like it was like the angel said, okay, that's enough. You're going to separate and work that out and not do this to Cancer. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't deserve to have your spark. This is a page of fire, Page of Wands. You don't deserve to have to be crushed. Okay, and that was enough. Okay, so it was like for protection in a way. But it was also to say that they don't deserve, that this person doesn't deserve you because of what was going on. It wasn't right for them to take it out on you. It has something to do with their childhood. Okay, so this is the Fool card. So they act like the fool, right? They act like they don't know what's going on. They act like, I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you're getting gaslighted too, is what it feels like. And so it feels like, excuse me, sorry. Feels like they have no remorse, like they're just walking away and they're the fool. Okay, they're just left without any baggage and you're here left with the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Like the great burden and the pain, but they're the end of the cycles, you see? Because when they left, they took the burdens with them, even though you still have the memories and the pain and you're trying to sort this out. But the chaos isn't there right now. Okay. They didn't leave like the fool. Even though they thought they could. They didn't. Actually, you get the start of the fool. You get the new adventure without the burdens, you see. Because you know yourself well enough to say, that's not my burden. That's not me. This stuff that you're doing is nothing about me. You know that. Deep inside, you know that. As a seer, you know that. And maybe what else has happened here is that this hyped up your ability to know that, didn't it? Because you didn't, because of the lack of communication, because of the gaslighting in the games, them being so defensive, you're going, oh no, I can see through this, right? You cut right through it, and it doesn't matter what they're saying because you know what you know you know. Okay. Yeah, lady, that's all in great. I know that. I know. Sorry. Okay, so what I want to do is maybe just get a, okay, so you've got the separation. What is this person going through right now? Because they're not getting away. This stuff's sitting, we got Saturn sitting right on us. Oh man. Karma's like, no, there's nobody walking away like the fool now. Not unless you resolve your stuff and then you get your new start. And you've released your baggage and kept what you need to keep, right? Okay, so let's get just a temperature on this person, okay? Transformation, there you go. This is the Death card. They had to separate to transform. Had to get that codependent behavior cut down, cut. Looking at how they were shut out, how they forced themselves to be shut out, how they shut everybody else out, and how this is a repeating pattern. Now with this repeating pattern comes financial instability, and just instability in general, but it's like losing money. It's bad investing. Shooting yourself in the foot, Temptation. And how they've allowed their ego or the devil, this is the devil, to run them. Sorry about that. How they allowed the devil to run them. How they allowed their ego to take over. How they haven't been driving. So what's been driving is their codependence, their addictions, the damage they don't want to look at, the memories they don't want to look at, the things hidden. Piece of water. And this is beautiful because this is the Ace of Cups, and this is a new start in love. And love, it's a gift of love from the divine. It's a gift of love for ourselves, for a family, for everything. Now, being able to look at the world with a lens of love instead of pain, instead of through the eyes of the devil, instead of through the eyes of the shackles. So there's something major going on here. And I can't answer that. I can't answer how it's going to turn out. But you know what you know, right? Anything's possible. Did you expect to see this much change already? This is big. This is in the next week, give or take some days or a month. Or, if somebody just clicked on this and it was next year, it might probably would be applicable. But this is really big. Because we do need to do whatever we need to do to have happiness. And I think you knew that person had to be released to have happiness, right? Because it was just, I don't know, it was almost like it was hurting you so bad there was nothing you could do. It was like, hey, it's not mine. Okay, not that you're not willing to deal with yours, but this was not yours. This reaction, this not madness, but this inability to have any logic here. These are clearing the old cycles, clearing family legacies, and not the good ones. Clearing these lower chakras. You know what you know. Find peace in yourself. And the important thing is to do what you need to do for you, because that's what this person is doing. And if there is a chance that you can come back together, it's all in the way you look at it. If there is a chance, and this is worth it, then you can hold the space. If not, then... But make sure, and I know you know this, Cancer, because I can feel who I'm talking to, this group, that you choose wisely also, even when nobody knows what you're doing. The divine knows, and you know, your higher self knows. Choose always out of integrity, especially right now. Especially right now. You were so loved and honored. Thank you. Have a good week.